What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be breaking down yet another absolutely epic Black Clover chapter. The ultimate revenge match has just been set up as the Demon Queen Megicula faces off against the Silva family and their allies. The final outcome of the entire Spade Kingdom War arc could be decided in this very battle, and things just keep getting crazier and crazier, so let's get into it. If you enjoyed the Black Clover content on this channel and you want us to keep it going, you know what to do. Just leave a quick like and comment. It only takes a second, but it helps with the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you're new to the channel or you watch the channel but you just haven't taken the time to subscribe yet, do me a favor and make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. Finally, this video will of course contain Black Clover manga spoilers, so please proceed with caution. You have been warned. Alright, so the latest chapter starts off with Asta expressing his amazement when he sees Noelle's Saint stage form. And Noelle then asks him to take care of Loro while she takes on Megicula. Man, Noelle continues to be a true Chad lass, and you love to see it. We all kind of expect the main character to show up and save the day in a shonen story, and Asta does do that often. But at this point in the story, Asta succeeded in saving Loro, but he couldn't do much more than that. So the other characters, including Noelle, have to step up, and they've definitely done that in a spectacular and highly entertaining way. By the looks of it, Undine is right there with Noelle, which implies that Noelle is back in her Spirit Dive form. In my previous video, I mentioned that I thought that maybe she was using Saint Stage without Spirit Dive because her Spirit Dive timer ran out a little while ago. But it seems like she is in Spirit Dive, so maybe Rill's Twilight of Valhalla allowed Noelle to go back into Spirit Dive at least for a little bit longer. I will assume that this is what happened unless stated otherwise. In order to get to Megicula, Noelle has to go through those weird Dark Disciple zombies from the previous chapter. Thankfully, Noelle is being backed up by Rill and Charlotte. Continuing that Nordic Valhalla theme, Rill creates a spell called Lord of Valhalla, and this summons a giant Odin-like figure who smashes a bunch of the zombies using what look to be mini tornadoes. I have to say that Rill's magic really is extremely cool, both visually and in terms of its potential effects. Painting magic just has so much potential, and I'm glad that we are now finally seeing more of it. Rill seems to be mainly playing a supporting role in this battle, but that is totally fine with me. That is what teamwork is all about, and not everyone on a team is gonna go in and attack the enemy directly at the same time. Rill has been doing a great job supporting his allies in these last few chapters, and he has made a real difference in this fight already, even though he didn't really do any direct damage to Megicula. Charlotte also manages to smash through some of the zombies with her true Briar magic. And together, Noelle, Rill, and Charlotte are slowly opening up a path to Megicula. For her part, Megicula continues to be impressed by the adaptability of humans during battle, and she seems to be having an absolute blast toying with them. Just as it looks like Noelle might actually reach Megicula, a bunch of giant zombies are summoned and Noelle is nearly crushed by one of them. Thankfully, before the giant zombie can hurt Noelle, our boy Luck Voltia appears in his true lightning magic mode and he smashes the zombie into oblivion. Luck tells Noelle that he will clear a path for her straight to Megicula and he tells her to follow behind him. In that moment, Gaia reappears. No, he's not dead, because of course he's not. And he uses his own lightning magic to help beat back the zombies even further. Now, to be fair, Gaia does say that he's already as good as dead due to his injuries, which suggests that he might really die after this battle is over, but I honestly don't know at this point. For all we know, Twilight of Valhalla might revive Gaia permanently, or it could be just a temporary extension of his life. We'll have to wait and see. The two lightning bros then start absolutely smashing the zombies as they clear a path towards Megicula. In fact, their lightning attacks are so strong that they tear right through the zombies and they damage Megicula herself. Asta is amazed at how strong all of his friends have become, and at this point in the story, Black Clover clearly wants to remind us that the story itself is not just about Asta. The protagonist is not the only character who matters. The side characters have all been improving, they've all been getting stronger, and they all have an important role to play in this battle and in the story as a whole. I mean, just think back to what Magna was able to accomplish during this Spade Kingdom War arc. I don't think that any of us had such high expectations from Magna, but there you have it. I actually really like this, and I appreciate it because I'm generally not a fan of series where one or two characters do literally everything. And yeah, everyone else pretty much ends up being a bystander. I'm not naming any names, but I'm sure that you guys can come up with some examples of anime and manga that do this in the comments below. Megicula's body seems to have been destroyed by the multiple lightning attacks launched by Locke and Gaia. But thanks to her regeneration curse, her body begins to regenerate immediately. Megicula acknowledges that her current form is still imperfect and so she is nowhere near as strong as she could be, but even with that in mind, she is still really impressed by how well the humans have fought. Noelle manages to push her way all the way to Megicula, but when she tries to stab Megicula with her sword, Megicula's curse stops Noelle in her tracks and the sword itself appears to have been destroyed. Megicula tells Noelle that this is the furthest that she can go. But then, the one and only Noelle, Silva, joins the fray. He uses what looks to be a new version of his Silver Star of Execution to seemingly trap Megicula inside this Mercury creation magic spell. Noelle then speaks directly to Megicula, proclaiming, "Yet again, you dared to show yourself before my family. How I have longed for this moment." And that is how this epic and action-packed chapter ends. After all these years, it's finally time for revenge. Now, we know that Noelle wants revenge against Megicula for killing her mother, but don't forget that Noelle was just a baby when her mother died, so she probably has no memory of what actually happened that day. But Noelle was older at the time, so you better believe that he remembers his mother's death at the hands of Vanica and Megicula, and he probably remembers it very vividly. He witnessed it all directly, and I'm sure that this memory has haunted him for all these years. If anyone wants revenge even more than Noelle does, if anyone takes this even more personally than Noelle, it is Noelle. Noelle has been waiting for this moment for like 16 or 17 years. I'm sure that he's been training like crazy during the time skip, preparing for this exact scenario. And now he is here along with his sister Noelle and all the others. And I'm sure that Noelle is about to go all out. Whoa. This is shaping up to be one of the most satisfying revenge moments in anime history. Obviously, we don't know how this battle is ultimately going to end, but after learning what we learned about Asta and how she died, I think that all of us would love to see the Silvas successfully avenging their mother. But since we don't actually know how the battle will end, the big question is, what happens next? Will Noelle, Real, Charlotte, Locke, and Gaia be enough to defeat Megicula? It sure seems like all of them working together could actually take her down. And if Asta manages to go back into his Devil Union mode for even a few seconds in the near future, it could be curtains for Megicula. But at the same time, Megicula is far from being at full power. If she can find a way to get even stronger, maybe by finally finishing Vanica off, then all options would be back on the table. It definitely looks like Megicula is losing control of the battlefield at this moment, but we simply cannot count her out, especially knowing how incredibly tricky and versatile curse magic is. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited that Noelle and Locke have joined the battle, and do you think that the Silvas are about to avenge their mother after all these years? Can the Silvas and their allies really take Megicula out, or is she still too strong for them? Finally, do you think that we are ever going to see Megicula in her perfect form? Or does the fact that Asta managed to save Loro means that Megicula will never get to manifest fully into this world? Don't forget to leave your feedback down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content right here on the channel, leave a quick like and comment. It only takes a second, but it helps a lot. And if you're new to the channel, or maybe you watch the channel but you haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You really have to go through the trouble of subscribing, hitting the bell, and then selecting the option that says all. If you don't do that, you're still gonna miss a ton of our videos even if you are subscribed. It's just how YouTube works. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. Special thank you to Alpha Sigma. He is an absolute mad lad and disciple of Lord Twigo himself. And I can't forget all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, Pate Hefa, Aljatal, Hinokami and Water, The Toasted Chi, The Spike, Emperor Otaku, Spidey Life Tanel, Tungsten Tarkus, Baked Buddhist, Cody Hebert, and Monkey D. Quilly. Finally, thank you also to our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, the Red-Haired Raven, Angel Cruz, Rathuin Deora, Very Gucci, Alicia Akhtar, Bonnie Parks, Joanne Garcia, Ted No Ted, Fatboy Games, Corey McGowan, and Soul Ray Slice and Dice. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value to you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.